The Fitment Committee for the GST is deliberating over a two-day-long meet to decide what goods and services should fall under which rate slab. This is the first meeting of the committee being headed by the Revenue Secretary, Hasmukh Adhiya. Here's Adrija Chatterjee joining us with that story. Adrija, is it too early to know which are some of the big goods and services falling under which category?
The Fitment Committee for GST today finished its two-day-long meeting where they are going to decide which item is going to be put on which tax bracket once the new indirect tax regime kicks in. July 1st is the deadline. What we are getting to know from our sources is that in this two-day-long meeting, Finance Ministry officials, CBEC officials met state officials in order to take this decision. They also have decided to make public these rates only closer to the July 1st deadline for GST. There were two extremely contentious issues also on the agenda to decide the rates for tobacco and gold, something that has been on the cards for a while. In fact, all the sectoral committees which was working under the GST wing for a while now has also put forward their recommendation during this two-day-long meeting of the Fitment Committee. It is interesting to note that this committee, which is one of the most important committees set up under GST and is chaired by the Revenue Secretary Hasmukh Adhiya, had its first meeting on 18th and 19th April, and all the rates that is going to be decided by the committee and all the conclusions by this committee is going to be based on the fundamental principle that the tax incidence for each item should not be much different from what it is currently. And what we are also getting to know is that most of the conclusions or all the conclusions from this committee meeting, from this Fitment Committee meeting, is going to be presented in the GST Council meeting, which is going to be held in the month of May on the 18th and 19th. It is going to be interesting to see that what kind of rates that this Fitment Committee comes forward with and how the recommendations of the sectoral committees is used, and whether the GST Council will be on board with these recommendations that are going to be coming in.